Ejalia, Alale Jaliata. Come join me for a story. I'm gonna tell a story. Come join me through the door where wisdom is explored. Stories of truth and hope. Stories about the hope. Ejalia, Alale Jaliata. Come join me for a story. I'm gonna tell a story. I'm gonna tell one day. Sure, I'll tell a story now. Now, this is a story. Actually, I told it the other day, and it was kind of interesting, so I'm going to tell it again. This particular story, you're going to help me with the ending, okay? Once, long time ago, there was a great king. He was a powerful, mighty, mighty king. And he had a beautiful wife. And they ruled their kingdom together. They ruled their kingdom with power and majesty, but they also ruled with wisdom. Who knows what wisdom is? You know what wisdom is? What's wisdom? What's wisdom? Okay, it's being smart, but it's not just being smart, because some people are very smart, but they're not very wise.
Being powerful in life.
I like that. Wisdom is the ability to not just be smart, but to use that smart to make things happen. So wisdom is something that we all want to have. We want to know how to do things, but we want to know how to do them well. Well, this king and this queen were very wise, and they ruled their people with wisdom. And the people who listened, guess what happened to them? They became very, very prosperous. They began to learn things and do things, and they became very wealthy. And they were all very, very happy. But how many know when you live in a place where everybody's happy, there's always somebody who doesn't want to see you happy? Have you ever seen that? You ever have people, when you're like having a good time at school, there's always somebody who wants to get in trouble? Well, there was one guy who lived in this small kingdom who just couldn't handle the fact that everybody was so happy. So he decided that he was going to start some trouble. Well, the king and queen, they were very wise, and they knew what was going on, so quickly they stopped him. And they also knew that he wasn't going to be satisfied. So they had to put him out of the kingdom. And they put him out of the kingdom, banished is what they call it. And he had to go and search around for another place to live. Well, while he's out searching and going from place to place, he finds out about a magic potion. Now, this magic potion was very, very special. Anyone who drank any of the potion, guess what happened? They went They went mad. They went crazy. But see, the thing is, they were so crazy that they didn't even know they were crazy. Isn't that silly? But they went crazy. So he thought, the best way I can get back at the king and queen is to make them drink the poison so they would go
Crazy and mad.
crazy and mad. So he was like, how can I get to them? And he thought, I'll put it in the water. If I put it in the water, then everyone will have to drink the
Potion.
water, the potion in the water. And the king and queen will ultimately be mad. So he snuck into the village And he opened up the big bottle of potion and he poured it into the well where everyone came to drink. Well, every day people came to get water to drink, and they drank the water, and guess what happened?
They get crazy and mad.
They went cuckoo.
Crazy and mad. Crazy
And
and
became crazy and mad. Now, they were all going crazy, everybody except for the king and the queen. Do you know why the king and queen didn't go crazy? They didn't drink the water. They had their own well inside of their palace. But all the people who were going crazy were looking at the king and queen thinking, the king and queen has changed. They're not wise anymore at all. The king and queen, I think they've gone cuckoo.
Crazy and mad.
Crazy and mad. Now they were like, we have to do something about our king and queen because they can't lead us because they're crazy. Were the king and queen crazy?
No.
It was who were crazy? The people were crazy. And so as the people decided they were going to do something about it, the king and queen noticed that all of a sudden their people were no longer the prosperous, wise people they had been, but they had become
Crazy and mad.
crazy and mad. So they were going to try to figure out what they should do. Well, all night long they sat up and they talked to king and queen. What should we do? How should we fix it? And they had an idea. They said, you know what? If we drink the same water that the people drink, then we'll be just like them. And they will think that we are wise once again. And they will follow us. Or they thought, we may have to drink the good water still and just try to make it work. So they spent the whole night thinking about it. And then the morning they got up, they made a decision. Tell me, what do you think the decision they made? What would be the best decision?
Drink the water.
Continue to drink the good water? Drink the bad water? How many say drink the good water that they were continuing to drink? How many say no, you should drink the bad water, and then the people will respect them, and then they would all be just like everybody else? That's interesting. Now, here's a thought. If everybody is doing something wrong, should you do something wrong?
No.
No? Why not?
Because you might get whooping.
Well, you might get a whooping. Get in trouble. That's the thought. Now, if everybody went crazy for drinking the water, why would someone else want to drink the water that made them crazy?
And they wanted to be the same like the others.
Because they wanted to be the same like others. And that happens to us sometimes, doesn't it? Where we have to make a choice whether we're going to be like everybody else, because a lot of people we know won't study, won't do right, they like to get in trouble. And so you want to fit in with them. But sometimes people say things and do things that you know that it's just wrong. Have you ever seen somebody talk about somebody or be mean to somebody? And you're like, they're a nice person, but because my friend doesn't like them, I'm not going to like them either. Have you ever seen people do that? That's not nice, is it? So here's the story. Do you know who the kings and queens are in this story? They're you. And do you know what? Every day you have to get up and make a decision. Will you drink the water of wisdom? Will you learn and do the right things? Or will you drink the water that a lot of your friends are drinking that may not be the right thing to do? So you have to choose every day. So when you think of that story, remember, a wise king and queen will always make the decision to do what? The right thing? The right thing. Hey, Jolly. Alale Kijaliata.